5-year-old Isaiah Flores was here playing ball with one of his friends. She would like to break her lease and move out before more memorials like this one are found in the complex.
It's just a grab and go, and then they're taken straight to the people of Haiti.
The flags at half-mast here at the Law Enforcement Center, only one of the many ways that Officer Holder is being honored here. Thanks to modern-day technology, help is sometimes just as close as the click of a button. Take a look at this. This is a cup with some of the runoff. As you can see, imagine that the shaking is people driving over it, sloshing it around. That difference? He says he didn't complain. If you can see and hear this cracking and the popping, that is what is going to be causing fires. One thing's for sure, the temperature is still low. You are going to need to bundle up yourself, and especially the kids heading to school this morning. Bob, Angela, I'm here at the Highland Oaks apartment complex where a shooting occurred less than 30 minutes ago. A memorial has been set up here in the lobby. Residents have been invited to bring wreaths, decorations, anything that they would like to have as a commemoration to Officer Holder. They've been battling huge blazes that the facility allows them to set themselves. Jean-Pierre Marie-Louis lost his home in Haiti's devastating earthquake 1 week ago.
Terrible, terrible. My house is not broken, but the neighborhood, and I have to sleep in the street for 7 days.
Jean-Pierre and his wife were aboard this flight soon after the 5.8 aftershock. Dozens of fellow Haitians were also on board.
Are you happy to be on this plane?
Very happy. I think it's a sin to talk bad about USA.
Right now we're setting up seats for the refugees that we possibly might be taking out.
An Air Force crew out of Dias flew into Haiti on a mission to drop off supplies. On the way home, it left with an equally important load.
I think this is what it's about. This is the second half of what our mission is. We deliver troops, and we're also providing humanitarian assistance. So to me, this is what it's about.
When the C-130 landed in Miami after a 3-hour flight from Haiti, the refugees took their first steps in America. From there, it was off to the Miami International Airport to go through customs. Their future uncertain.
I born here. I love Haiti very much. And my second country, I think that's where I'm going to stay for the rest of my life.
Now, a brand new life in a new country. Welcomed or not, it's a chance to start over. Katherine Lane, KTAB News. After 2 hours of searching for Tina Harrow, officers called off the search. An hour later, they were called back to the scene by one of his friends to some nearby railroad tracks. A train engineer reported seeing someone on the tracks, but couldn't stop in time. That person was Tina Harrow.
He told me I love you, and he hugged me, and then he just stood by the car, a good couple minutes just looking at me. So, and then they left.
That was the last time Gloria Clark saw her son David. Around 1 a.m. Saturday morning, the car David was driving hit a tree, injuring 2 of his friends. Clark says David's girlfriend, who was also in the car, told him to run because the police were on their way. So David ran.
He had his moments, which all kids do.
He ended up on the train tracks. Why is still uncertain.
He couldn't move. And the train hit him.
We know that he looked up at the conductor and he put his head down and put his hands over his head. And I don't know that he felt anything. I don't know if he died then or not, but that's what we hope he did not.
The Clarks say rumors have been swirling around Ranger, ones that are hurtful to their family.
David did not commit suicide. That was not in him. That was not in his character. He liked life too much.
As far as him doing drugs, I know he didn't do that. He might drink every now and then.
But the rumors don't stop the reality. There are funeral arrangements to be made. The Clarks and their son Victor are trying to move on and think of life without David.
I still keep on thinking I'm going to get a text from him or, see him pull up in the driveway. I'm not going to have that privilege anymore.
Funeral arrangements are being made, however, nothing is set yet. The family is currently accepting donations for funeral costs. Clark said an anonymous donor gave the family a cemetery plot for David.
This morning at 3:30, I woke up and I was like, what is that beating noise? And it was the drum. Someone was banging on that drum.
There's no doubt that Albany has school spirit. For 24 hours, residents sign up to beat the victory drum in 1-hour shifts in freezing temperatures, all for their beloved Albany Lions.
Anything's worth the state title.
The tradition started 30 years ago when the mother of an Albany Lion found a way to rally the town around their team.
It's stuck. It's just something that we do. We've done it for so many years now.
Decades later, a new drum is brought out every time the Lions make it to the playoffs.
Now the drum is like beaten to a pulp because this is our 5th week.
It's all for the love of the game and the team.
Something to let them know the community's behind them, and I think they appreciate it.
We just support our kids, and we just love them, and win or lose, we're behind them. We're just used to winning.
And residents say this is a tradition that's not going anywhere.
Drum beating is something that is in the Albany blood.
Katherine Lane, KTAB News. All who spoke of Officer Holder talked about his strong love for his family, God, and his motorcycle. He was compared to a shepherd, someone who protected and served his community.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
Officer Rodney Holder will be remembered as many things: a father, a husband, a motor cop, but also a shepherd.
Ancient shepherds were providers. Ancient shepherds were protectors.
He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters.
Loved ones laughed and cried remembering their friend Officer Holder.
You eat with Mike and Rodney, and while they're eating, they're talking about what they're going to eat next and where we're going. Rodney and I had the same work schedule, and something I've come to look forward to every morning was the morning coffee around the office. He was always the first one there and always had that fresh pot of coffee ready for us as we arrived.
Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me.
But most of all, loved ones sent Officer Holder on with a kind word and a pat on the back for his fine service.
You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
Rodney finally got that proverbial other offer, and I could almost hear him say, Lord, I'll be home as quick as I can.
One of the reasons Kyler chose to read Psalm 23 at the service this afternoon was because it sounded so similar to his father's beloved radio call sign, Tom 23. Reporting live in the studio, I'm Katherine Lane, KTAB News.